Hi, I'm Desirae. I am an author of two books, a poetry book and a novel, Home Sweet Home. And I'm coming to you with October's poetry class. It is October 12th, 2025, around 8 something p.m. So I am late with it because I try to post on the first of every month and I've been slacking the last 2 months. But I am here. And I do want to announce that for next year's poetry class, my goal is to do writing poetry each month. And so, what that would look like for me, I don't like prompts with writing, like with quotes or with like, think of this idea as a prompt. I like visual prompts better. So, maybe an image, maybe a video, maybe something like a photo. So, maybe that'll be how I'll lead the poetry class next year in 2026. But just because I'm feeling like that's the vibe I want for poetry class, I just want to write poetry more. But I will be sharing from my poetry calendar to finish off and keep going for the rest of the year. And then plus I'm going to share the Bob's Burgers quote from the show because I do have that calendar and I started sharing last month and I want to keep it going. So without further ado, let's take a deep breath together. All right, and I know I'm coming with nighttime vibes. I know my hair is wrapped up. I have a matching pajama set, but that's just the vibe right now. So I hope you are cozy or enjoying your day, or that this could be a smile throughout your day. All right, let's see. So first, I'm gonna show you from my poetry calendar. This was September, and it's available on my website if you would like to purchase it. And now let's do October's together. And this calendar is from my poetry book, Stay at Home Calls for Poetry. So little snippets of poems from there are on my poetry calendar. All right, so let's see what October says. I'm going to show it to you. I don't know if I just did or not, and then I'll read it. And I do have a playlist, so you can check the others on my channel. Time is always ticking, but things feel more closed in now. Change needs to happen because I want to live without being scared forever. So I'm going to be scared for just a moment. One more time. Time is always ticking, but things feel more closed in now. Change needs to happen because I want to live without being scared forever. So I'm going to be scared for just a moment. I will say I feel this is right on time. I feel just a lot of things are going on in our world, in life, just personally, as well as just like the first time is always ticking, but things feel more closed in now. It's just the idea of wanting to get things done, wanting to embrace the change and do more, feel like I'm doing my part better. So yeah, but also just with life and the heaviness that's going on, is just being scared, not forever, but just in this moment, allowing myself and yourself to feel scared or to feel worried or to just feel, but then getting out of it and seeing what steps can you take, how can you still keep going. For me personally, towards my goals and my dreams, to publish more books, to connect with more writers, creatives, and artists, as well as how can I do more for my family? How can I do more with my boyfriend? How can I do more with my friends? How can I stay well financially? And so just the things that definitely add up. But it's how do we allow ourselves to feel, but then also take action. And so that's why I think, and so I should have said this. I don't re-look at the poem, so I created this. I believe December of 2024, maybe in the first week of January 2025, and then I don't look at the calendar again. So each month is a surprise to me as it is to you first hearing it. And so this was I think I chose well for this to be a part of this month, and in some ways it's very like sad that it's still like relevant. It's still relevant how time does feel like things are closing in, that things are heavy, or that things are scary, and that change needs to happen in a positive way. But that's life also, in the sense that there are good days and there are bad days. And how do we find the good in the difficult times? And how do we continue to keep going? How do we do something for ourselves and towards like our goals, but also towards helping the world, no matter how small or how big that looks? And so, yeah, that's what came up for me. Definitely let me know in the comments what came up for you while hearing this poem. And now I will share the Bob's Burgers October quote. So this is what the Bob's Burgers looks like. Let me get to the page. Alrighty, October. Let's start here. Oh, it's about Teddy. And then this is what this looks like. So it says, Teddy the Handyman. Let me try to show it to you. Teddy, they wouldn't call it a business card if they didn't want you to get busy. Your Bob, and then Bob says, your choices are literally making me dizzy. Also, I don't think you understand. Get busy. So I do remember this episode when Teddy was trying to choose his business card. And so this is cool. I like this. And this, so October is my birthday month. And so I just like this idea of like business focus right now. Like he's thinking of business and like who he is, or he's not just a handyman, but it's a part of him. And so it's like choosing the right things that show like this is a profession. And I feel like I'm right now struggling to like show like my themes, my brand, my color on Instagram or on YouTube, or just when talking about like what do I write about. And so that's kind of why I feel like it connects with me, but also it's just fun. Teddy and Bob's interactions, they're fun. They're silly. They're sometimes stressful for Bob, but they're quality. So yeah, I watch Bob's Burgers. Let me know if you do in the comments. And who's your favorite character? And yeah, who's my favorite character? I like that Tina writes, and so that's like a connection. But Louise was always my favorite because of how just she likes, she's so like edgy, I guess you could say. And so I like that about her. And then Bob, I like Bob. I think those would be my top 3 favorite characters. Yeah. All right, but this was a short and quick poetry class. I hope you enjoyed it. I do not have other poems to share for this class, but you can definitely share a poem with me, either that you wrote or that you came across and that it really spoke to you this month or even last month. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good night or day. And don't forget, just write your story, and take care.